Alex, congratulations on The Mummy.
Thank you very much.
When the studio first approached you and went, we're going to remake this,
Yes.
what were your very first thoughts?
My first thought was excitement, and my second thought was fear. Just at the task of living up to the heritage of the monsters. I was a lifelong Universal Monsters fan, obsessed with them as a kid, and I wanted to find a way to honor the heritage and the tradition of the monster movies, and The Mummy particularly, but also bring something new and fresh to the table, and it took some time to figure out how to find the right level.
I would have been petrified because not only were you involved in the story concept, the directing, you were also producing this. And I was looking through the production notes. Over 40 pages are just credits. How many people worked on this film, and how did you ensure that everyone was living up to their end of the bargain?
Well, I got to say, the crew was unbelievable. And, everybody brought 100% of themselves. They really did. And, your job as the director is to lead and to inspire and to listen and to allow people who are much more talented than you are do their job. And that was really my goal, is you hire amazing people and you let them do the work.
What's it like going onto set, working with two Hollywood heavyweights? You've got Tom Cruise, Russell Crowe. How do you direct that? Do you tell them what to do, or do you just let them go and do their own thing?
The honest answer is both.
Yeah.
On the one hand, we spent a lot of time in rehearsals, and you're talking about two brilliant actors who are really both interested in the same thing, which is getting to the root of the character they're playing and figuring out how to do it. And in that rehearsal process, what you're doing is you're creating a trust so that when we're on set and I ask them to do something, they feel comfortable enough to make themselves vulnerable and, do for the camera what they do so brilliantly. Because it's Tom Cruise and Russell Crowe, they're so unbelievably gifted. And sometimes my job was to go in and make adjustments, and sometimes my job was just to sit back and let them do it and not interrupt.
What do you do, though, when you do work with someone like Tom Cruise who says, I'm doing all the stunts. We know that that's how it's going to work.
Yeah.
You as a director, though, you have to have one of those days where you're going, I can't believe we're working on that stunt today. How do I make sure that production isn't shut down?
Well, there's a tremendous amount of prep that goes into those things. So very rarely are you improvising stunts. Every once in a while it will happen because you find something cool that you want to do. But you go through a real process of rehearsals. And as chaotic as it looks on screen, you'd be amazed at how controlled and rigid every stunt is, because you want to keep your actors safe and you want to keep your crew safe.
Yeah, and what happens with those stunts where it's one shot and if you stuff it up, you can't retake?
It's very scary. I'm not going to lie to you. You rig and you plan and you hope for the right weather and that the sun's going to be where it needs to be or not where it needs to be. And then, you just leave it on faith. And most of the time it works really well.
The next film everyone's talking about is...
Bride of Frankenstein.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know why I forgot that one. What can you tell us about that?
I think it's going to be an awesome movie. Javier Bardem is playing Frankenstein's monster, and it's being directed by Bill Condon, who recently directed Beauty and the Beast, but also directed one of my favorite films, Gods and Monsters, which is about James Whale, the director of the original Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein. And I think it's going to, continue an enduring tradition of these classic monsters made by somebody who is also a lover of those films and understands what the monsters are really about in a really profound way. So my hope is that with Dark Universe, which is our, company now dedicated to making these monster movies, that there will be continuity and through line and continuum between these monsters, but that each director that comes in to direct a movie will be able to put their imprint on their films.
Well, it's exciting to see it back.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for bringing them back.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.